What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Misdreavus evolution and form team, I will be using Misdreavus, Mismagius, and Flutter Mane all on one team. Now, many years ago, I actually did a Misdreavus evolution team, but I never thought I'd ever have to revisit it again, but here we are with Flutter Mane. So I'll be using the normals and the shinies to make up an entire team of 6, and I had some pretty cool battles for this team. Now, if you want to support the channel, people, make sure you hit that like button and tell me what you think of Flutter Mane. Do you like it as a new Pokemon? Obviously, it's very good competitive Pokemon, and let me know what you think of Misdreavus and Mismagius. Do you like this evolution line? Do you like these Pokemon? Alright, first battle, this one is against Vrock, and we have a team here as well. Now, we got a Bravery lead here, and I've got my Misdreavus. Now, this is a pretty funny matchup here, because we were both trying to get speed control. We had the Bravery going for the Tailwind, and I had a Trick Room Misdreavus Room Service set. So I got a nice little counter against the lead here. Now, this Misdreavus is Trick Room, Destiny Bomb, Dank Pulse, and Thunderbolt, and we've got Room Service as the item with Levitate as the ability, and I've got Max Health and Max Special Attack Quiet Nature with 0 IVs. Now, the whole thing about their set that I could see was it was a Tailwind set, and it was a special set too, and they were trying to flinch me and outspeed me, but they got completely countered by my Misdreavus set there at the start, which is very unfortunate, and super lucky for me. So that's going to be a nice little early start to the battle there. Next Pokemon is going to be the, I nearly called it Sleepy. It said, I think it said the Sleepy or something like that. So we've got a Reveroom here. I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond, and I'm hoping to take it out here. Like, maybe like a Steel type move, anything like that. And it's going to go for a Zen Headbutt. Since I was running Max Health, Misdreavus actually lives that one. So I'm sort of at a loss here. I'm going to have to try and go for a flinch with Dank Pulse. It didn't happen, and the second Zen Headbutt is going to take out my Misdreavus. So a Destiny Bond fail, people. Sometimes it happens. Now, the item on this one is a Black Sludge as well, so this is interesting. Maybe it's a flinching set too. Next Pokemon is Mismagius, and Mismagius doesn't really get any great physical moves, and it's not a physical attacker at all, which is definitely why I wanted to try it out. So I may have done this set in the past, but let's be real, it is very limited if you ever have a look at its physical moves. So we got Phantom Force, its most powerful ghost type move. Sucker Punch, Facade, Trick. The item is going to be Choice Band, and we got Max Attack and Max Speed, Nature. So I didn't really do a lot of damage to this at all with Sucker Punch. I was just trying to get it on like a low man health. So that's pretty much going to be the end of the Mismagius here. They're going to take me out with a Disrespect Poison Jab. That's very cool stuff there. Not a bad shiny, actually, Misdreavus. Now, that's 2 of my team down here. I need to get back into this battle, so we're going to go into Mismagius number 2. Now, this is a much more competitive set. We've got a Hex, Thunderwave, Draining Kiss, and Nasty Plot set, and we've also got Terra Fairy too. So going for a Hex there, and that is going to be the end of the Reveroom. So that was good there. Now, this set is all based around getting a Nasty Plot up, or just a Thunderwave down, and then go for Hex for double base damage. Next Pokemon is going to be a Bomaso. It's got the snow here, so this thing is going to be quite bulky on the defensive side. So my first thing I'm going to do here is go for Thunder Waves. I thought I might be able to get a nasty plot up here, or just get a bit of damage before I fade. So I've got that Thunder Wave there up on the Abomasnow, which is good. Abomasnow is going to get paralyzed. That's really good there. That actually gives me a free turn. Now I was thinking to myself, should I go for Hex or should I go for Nasty Plot? I didn't want to push my luck too much, so I went for the Hex. And Hex actually does really good damage on the Abomasnow. Abomasnow does manage to get the Aurora Veil up, so that's going to make it really bulky, and of course the rest of the team there. So I went for a Hex here. I needed to take this thing out, and it was so bulky it managed to leave the next one, but they were very unlucky and got paralyzed on the first turn and the third turn. So that's going to be the end of the Abomasnow there. I guess it did get the Veil up. That was about the only thing he did in that matchup. Now, the next Pokemon to come out against my Mismagius is going to be a Beartick. I'm like, oh, okay, we got probably a Slush Rush set going on here. Wow, there's some like nice detail on Beartick's like fur region. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is go for the Thunder Wave and then go for the Hex combination here. It's going to go for Trailblaze. Wow, Trailblaze Slush Rush. They really want to go fast. So Trailblaze actually kind of hits me a little bit harder than what I thought. I'm like, is this Choice Band Trailblaze? Like, what is this? So I got the Thunder Wave down there on the Beartic. All right, I'm just going to go for another attacking move. We'll go for the Hex again. That's going to be double base power. Beartic takes it very, very well, obviously due to the Veil. Here comes another Trailblaze. So it's going to get a +2 in speed there. And now the Veil is gone, which is good. And I can go for another Hex there. Now, Hex should be able to take it out from this stage. However, Beartic is going to outspeed me and take out my Mismagius. So I'm not really sure why they were using Trailblaze there. I have not, maybe like apart from boosting the speed. It's kind of an interesting set. Next Pokemon is Misdreavus. Now this is a bulky set, and this one is all based around Mean Look and Curse. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for like a Mean Look combination with Curse. So we're going to get hit by another Trailblaze. This is a super, super thick Misdreavus, and we're going to go for Curse here. So I'm going to lay that Curse all on the Beartic. Now, the EV spread of this was obviously max health, if you could guess, and I just ran it as max health and max speed. I didn't give it any other EVs. Actually, no, sorry. It was max health and max defense. Sorry, I've actually got max health, max speed, and I've got a defensive boosting nature. I believe it's like impish nature. Sorry, I confused myself for a second. I'm looking at my stats on the other screen like, wait, it's got speed, but it's got defensive nature too. So, yeah, only on Pidgeot Shell. So, giving it a little bit of bulk there and giving it some speed too. So, that's the end of my Misdreavus there, unfortunately. Beartic is going to only hold on by a little bit of health. I've got another Mean Look set, but this one is actually based around Parasol. So, we're going to go for Protect there. It's good to use protection. Now, Beartic is going to faint to the Curse. It's been a really, really long time since I've actually done a Parasong team before, so maybe one day I'll look at doing a new one, see if there's any new Pokemon I can use that. That's a very, very old team. I'd say it's probably like 6 or 7 years old the last time I did that. Anyway, people, also another thing, if you do check out the original Misdreavus Evolution team and you actually go to the video, I've left it in the pinned comment, and you leave a comment, I'll drop a little heart on your comment or reply or something like that. I like to read comments over my breakfast and stuff there. So if anyone does the extra effort and goes and checks it out there, I'll give you the little thumbs up. So next Pokemon is a Corviknight. It's gone for a Steel Wing, which is super effective. This does have a lot of bulk, this Flutter Mane. This is max health, and I've given it also max defense, and I've given it impish nature too. So it's very, very defensive. Not that it's got a lot of defensive bulk, I just thought it'd be fun to do that. Now, I'm at a little bit of a loss here. I'm like, if I don't go for Terra Normal here, my Flutter Mane is going to faint, and I will not be able to get the Parasong combination going off here. So, I don't normally do this with this Pokemon. I'd probably Terra the other Pokemon. Like, this would be one of the last Pokemon that I Terra, but we're going to go for it anyway. Also, it's not a bad Terra, too, if you are facing a Ghost-type move. Even if you're on, like, a competitive set or a meme set, it's kind of nice there, because you can absorb that Ghost-type move. So, we're going to go for the Parasong in. Now, Steel Wind will not be super effective, and since it won't be super effective, I should be able to live this. Unless it's another move I get credit, and I just hang on 17 health there, which is awesome. So now what I can do is I can go for Protect. The item, of course, on this was Leftovers. I'm sure you already realized that was the item. So now I can go for a Protect. We still got 3 turns to burn of Parasongs. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. I might be able to bring it down a couple of turns here, but the bad thing is there's another Pokeball left, so they can actually swap this out if the Parasong is on like 2 turns or so. So on this, obviously on this turn, they know I'm going to go Protect. I did it before, so they're going to go for Bulk Up. So a good play there, boosting their attack and defense. Now, with this satellite, the only thing I can do here is go for Protect again, right? So 2 turns left, I'm going for a double Scumbag Protect. I've got absolutely nothing to lose here, and it worked. I was like, wow, that was really, really lucky. So 2 Protects in a row is now going to bring the Corviknight and the Flutter Mane down to 1 turn on Parasol. At this stage, I'm happy to lose the Flutter Mane now if it means I can take out the Corviknight, because this, Corviknight's not a bad counter for this team too. There's not a lot of Fire-type moves that I have on this team. I think I've got like 1 Fire-type move and 1 Electric-type move, and that Pokemon is already gone. So what I'm going to do is go for a Wish here. That may help out my last Pokemon in the next matchup. Here comes a Body Press. So it was Body Press and Steel Wing. So that is going to be the end of the Flutter Mane there too. However, it's also going to be the end of the Corviknight too, which is good. I'm so lucky I got that double Protect. I don't think I might have taken it out. I still got 1 more Pokemon left, but it would have been kind of nice not to have to swap it in early, and I didn't have to, which is cool. So we're going to go to Flutter Mane. We're getting the mix up. This is my competitive set. Now I thought, wow, I can go for a special move here. So I like to run Imprison on my Flutter Mane for when I verse other Ghost-type Pokemon. It's pretty Galaxy Brain with Shadow Ball. So what this does, right, it stops the opponent from using the same move. However, it's going to be a Sucker Punch. So it seems to be a physical Gengar. So I'm like, oh, I can't get this to work. At least I dodged the Sucker Punch. This time, I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball of my own on the Gengar. Gengar's going to get some good damage off there with the Sucker Punch. And Shadow Ball is going to be enough to take out the Gengar in one shot. Obviously, it's a Flutter Mane. It's got a huge special attack there, but cool team there. Thank you for the battle, Vrock. And yeah, you never knew what battle, way that battle was going to go right there. Let's get on to battle number 2. This is a battle against Hunt Down. Now, this was a really long battle, and it was super, super close too, which was fun. So next Pokemon battle here, we got a Raichu lead. So I've got my Mismagius. Now, this is the Choice Band one, and I was thinking to myself, wonder why this is leading for. So I'm thinking I could go for Sucker Punch, but I don't think it'll be using a attacking move. I went for Trick here, and I was right. It's going to go for Electric Terrain. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I can lock the Raichu into the electric terrain there, and then I can see what item I can get from it. But since it used the electric terrain, like maybe it's got terrain extender or leftovers or something like that, and I go with the Choice Band and I got the terrain extender. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I can get a free swap here, which is really nice. So with this physical set, once again, there wasn't a lot I could do, so I opted to go for the Phantom Force this turn, and in comes the Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle's going to get a Quark Drive there, so that seems to be part of their strategy, and it boosts defense too, so they deliberately actually EV the Iron Bundle to give it a boost in the defense, making it, wait, what happened to the Iron Bundle? It disappeared. What is going on? The battle I had today earlier, the video, if you checked out the Froakie Evolution team, the same thing happened, but it was during Rest Talk. What is going on with the Iron Bundle and disappearing on both battles? Did anyone notice that in both battles? Like, has anyone seen other Pokemon? Like, it seems to only be this Pokemon. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because of like the silver or something like that. I've got no idea what's going on here. But back to the battle. It's a very, very bulky Iron Bundle set, especially with the Quark Drive boosting the defense. So nice little strategy there. I'm going to go for the trick there, give it a terrain extender, and I stole the leftovers. So far this Mismagius hasn't done any damage, but it's been quite good at stealing some items. So now it's going to go for the Snowscape and the Aurora Val, which is going to be like crazy bulky. And now I'm going to go into Misdreavus. I need to do some damage here. I'm going to try and take this thing out at least. So I thought I might be able to get around this with Thunderbolt, because we do have, a Pokemon that is super effective at that. So it's got Whirlpool, so it's going to trap me in. Not that I, really needed to swap here. And now what I can do is I can go for either Thunderbolt or I can try and go for Destiny Bond. I don't think that's going to work, but first things first, I'm going to go for the Trick Room. So Freeze Dry does a good amount of damage to me. Like, maybe I should go for the Destiny Bond instead of that, I was like, are they going to swap? Or maybe I don't want to waste that. I could get a critical hit, you never know. Or I might waste my Destiny Bond. I wasn't really sure. I was thinking about this for a little bit. Like, they probably know that I have Destiny Bond on one of these. It's kind of like predictable being a ghost type team. So I started to go for the Thunderbolt. However, that is going to be a swap there on the Iron Bundle. And in comes the Dunsparce. So the Dunsparce will be able to eat this like a snack, especially with that Veil up on the field. So Thunderbolt does like 3 damage to Dunsparce. I was kind of hoping for a paralyze there, but that's that's the best I could really do in this matchup. So like, all right, I can get rid of this. Let's go for Destiny Bond. So I went for Destiny Bond. I know that I can outspeed the Dunsparce. So like, yep, hopefully they go for the attacking move. And guess what? They did go for the attacking move and went for a Rock Slide. Rock Slide missed. That was so lucky. Like, I was really, really salty there too, because that would have been perfect. So now the everything's gone. The electric terrain's gone. The Veil's gone. My salt's still there though, so I'm going to go for Dank Pulse. Like, all right, I'm going to try and flinch this thing, I might be able to get this down. Let's see. And it's going to go for a Rock Slide again, and it misses 2 turns in a row. Like, what is going on? So like, all right, this turn, this is going to be the turn I take the Dunsparce out, or the Dunsparce with the Destiny Bond. So I went for the Destiny Bond on the Dunsparce here. I was like, all right, watch this miss again. Now, instead of it missing, they went for a status move being Coils. I'm like, oh no, that's bad. Now, the bad thing about this is the Trick Room is actually going to end here. So I was like, I'm going to click the Trick Room button so I go last. I'm pretty sure I will anyway. And the Dunsparce is going to take my Misdreavus out there. However, since my Misdreavus was still its last move that it used, even though the Trick Room had worn off, it actually was Destiny Bond. So I managed to actually take it out there. So a cool little mechanic there of Destiny Bond. Now, the next Pokemon is the Raichu we seen earlier on that I tricked the Choice Band to. So I've got my Mismagius here. Now, I can't do a lot, I'm thinking I might be able to go for Hex and do a bit of damage there, or try and set up Nasty Plot. I was like, no, I'm going to swap it out. I'm going to need that possibly later. So I went into my Misdreavus here, and I wanted to get maybe some curses going. So it's going to go for the Electric Train again. Obviously, it's for the Iron Bundle to come back in here, or maybe another Pokemon to, you know, help support it, or even the Raichu itself. So I've got Mean Look here. I'm going to try and trap it in. However, the Raichu obviously is going to swap out here. So that's going to give me a nice free turn to go for the Mean Look. So it's almost like deja vu from the last battle with the Corviknight, except this time I've got the Misdreavus here. So I went for the Mean Look on Corviknight. I'm like, okay, that's really good. This isn't a Parasong set, so it's a curse one, but I'm still quite confident I can probably take this out. So I'm going to go for Curse here first. I'm going to get rid of half my health, which is fine. And then I've got the option for going for Pain Speed. The Corviknight also has Steel Wing too. Wow, what are the chances of that, like, running into two trainers with a Corviknight and Steel Wing, like, similar sort of combination here. Now, I can go for a Pain Speed this turn. This will give me a good amount of health back, and then I can possibly go for the Nightshade. So, you know, the Nightshade and the Curse combination is, like, good fixed damage there. Why I focus most of my EVs onto Bulk. So the Corviknight's going to get a +1 in defense from Steel Wing, which is pretty cool. It's only like 10% chance. And now I've got the option of going for the Nightshade here and taking it out. I'm pretty sure that's got a less than 50 health. So go for the Nightshade, and that is the end of the Corviknight, which is good. So it's good to get rid of the Corviknight there, because my team is a little bit weak to that. Now, the next Pokemon to come out is going to be a Jumpluff. You don't get to see Jumpluff very often, so it's like, all right, well, I can go for a Curse here. I could Faint myself. I may as well do that. Now, the Jumpluff is going to outspeed me, obviously, and go for a Bullet Seed. So that's going to hit me a couple of times. And like, I wonder if this has got, like, loaded dice, because that wouldn't be a bad item to run on there on the Bullet Seed, and it hits me 4 times. So I'm thinking that might be its item at this stage, but I'm not 100% sure. It could have just hit 4 times. You never know with... that's the thing about loaded dice. It's sort of a tricky item, especially when the opponent has another one there and they just get lucky with 4 or 5 hits. So I'm going to go into Mismagius. I'm like, all right, I want to see what this item is. Let's see if I can trick away that loaded dice and actually see what it is. However, the Raichu's going to come back in, and this is going to become like... we're basically full circle here. We've come full circle. So I went for the trick there. I'm going to get my Choice Band back from the Raichu, and the Raichu... Wait, no, I got the leftovers, sorry, and I got the Choice Band. I was like, I'm getting mixed up there. So many items got swapped out. Now the Raichu is going to swap out, obviously receiving a better item back, and we got the Steel Wing coming back in. So I can go for Facade. So I just went for the Choice Band Facade. It's my, strongest move here to use against the Iron Wing. I can go for 2 Facades there in a row, and now they're going to go for a Flame Charge. So it seems to be a physical set. I'm like, oh, this set sort of looks familiar. Then I seen the Flare Blitz. So I actually was, made up a cool physical set for this Pokemon, and that's how I got it to do some damage on the physical side. So it's interesting to see it in play here, and it worked well against Mismagius because it has, like, trash defense. Next Pokemon is Mismagius, and it's going to come in for a Flare Blitz again. That does a heap of damage, almost taking him out. The only thing that probably let it down there was its base attack, because it really isn't the greatest there in the world. So a lot of damage there. Now the next Pokemon, actually I went for Hex. I almost went for the Nasty Plot, but just in case it didn't go for Flare Blitz, I wanted to make sure. So we got the Raichu coming in. I thought this would be a really unsuspecting play just to go for Nasty Plot here instead of going for an attacking move. I was like, let's see if it tried. If I faint, I faint. Let's see what happens. I think they may try and use the Electric Terrain again. So here comes the Electric Terrain, which is good. So that gives me a free turn. Now, with the Nasty Plot up, Mismagius has got a lot of special attack. This one is max speed, max special attack, Timid Nature. And as I mentioned earlier on, I've got Terra Fairy. So Terra Fairy is there for Draining Kiss, and that's going to give me like a viable way to recover my health back. Plus Fairy on this team, I sort of felt it was fitting too for Flutter Mane. So go for that Dynamax Mismagius there. I almost said Misdreavus. You get mixed up very, very easy. And I'm going to go for that Draining Kiss on Raichu. Now, Raichu's special bulk just allowed it to live that hit. But that was really, really good there. I got a lot of health back. Now, Raichu's going to go for a Nuzzle, which is a good play there, slowing down by Mismagius, which is a little bit unfortunate. I can go for another Draining Kiss here. I don't think this can do a lot of damage to me at all. I think it's only got like support moves. And then I went for a Light Scream. Like, oh, that really, really sucks. So I'm not going to do much damage now with my special move, but I've got enough damage to take out the Raichu, which is good there. So now there's only 2 Pokemon. There seems to be like a bulky Iron Bundle and like a physical speedy Jumpluff. Now, the next one to come out is going to be the Jump Up. We've already seen that it's got Bullet Seed here, and it's going to go for a Sword Dance. Like, all right, I bet you this thing's got Sword Dance, Bullet Seed, loaded dice combination. That's what I'm thinking here. Now, another move that it can have is also like a flying move, like acrobatics. It does, I think it gets bounce and other things like that too. So I was thinking they're probably going to be the other move that it has. So Bullet Seed is doing a lot of damage to me here, obviously after a Sword Dance, and Mismagius is going to faint there. So there's not much I could have done in that situation. I guess that Nuzzle from the Raichu really did help too. So I've got 2 more Pokemon left. We've got Flutter Mane here. This is my special attacking set, the best one. I'm going to get my booster energy here. This was the max speed, max special attack, Timid Nature. It's very, very fast. Now, since there's a light screen on the field, I am going to get, obviously, a bit of damage on Jump Up, but Jump Up has some natural good bulk to it, so it's able to live that really, really well. I cannot afford to take a bounce here. That's going to be a definite one-hit KO on my other Flutter Mane. So I swapped down into the bulky Flutter Mane here in hopes that I'd live that due to all my defensive and health bulk there. And I did, which is really, really cool. That was the very last turn of the light screen too, because I'd been counting the turns, which was good. I would have been in a lot of trouble if that went for 8 turns. So now we've got a Terra on the Jump Up. I wonder what Terra this is going to go for, and it is going to be Terra Flying. So that's going to be terrifying. Now, my next Pokemon being my Flutter Mane here is not going to be able to live this turn, and that's 100% accuracy Bullet Seed there too. So that's the end of my Flutter Mane, but now I've got the opportunity to send my other Flutter Mane in, so with no light screen on the field. So I've got a good chance here. I can go for my most powerful move here being the Moonblast too. So Moonblast is very, very powerful, and it already did take a little bit of damage there. I don't think that one actually mattered unless it was like bulk EVs on the Jump Up. I believe it was just a sweeping set, you know, judging on the damage that it did to me. But if it did have bulk, it definitely did matter. Last Pokemon is going to be the Iron Bundle here. I'm just going to go for the Moonblast again, and that is almost enough to take it out there. I get a special attack drop, which is kind of handy. Here comes the Freeze Dry, and thank goodness there was no freeze at all. And that, my friends, is the end of the battle there. I just thought I'd roast the Delibird to finish things off. I hope you enjoyed the double upload today. Earlier on, I did a Vrock evolution team if you haven't checked it out. All right, people. Peace out.